Picture this. Two Americans, same age, same intelligence, same work ethic. One slowly climbs into comfort. The other stays trapped, paycheck to paycheck, decade after decade. We're told the difference is discipline, hustle, better choices. But what if that story is dangerously incomplete? What if the real divide isn't effort, but how the brain sees risk and time? This question unsettles people because it suggests something darker than laziness. It suggests the game itself feels different depending on where you start. And once you see this, you can't unsee it. Because the most powerful force keeping people poor in America isn't lack of ambition. It's a hidden psychological bias the wealthy benefit from and rarely acknowledge. Let's start with the myth every American grows up hearing. Work hard, delay gratification, take smart risks, and you'll rise. Sounds fair, but here's the crack in the story. Risk doesn't feel the same when you're poor. For someone with savings, family support, or assets, risk is uncomfortable. For someone living on the edge, risk is existential. Miss one paycheck and rent collapses. One medical bill and credit cards explode. That fear rewires decision-making at a biological level. When survival is at stake, the brain prioritizes certainty over possibility. Not because people are short-sighted, but because they're protecting themselves. Psychologists call this future discounting. When the future feels unstable, the brain devalues it. $1 today feels more real than $10 next year. Now pause and sit with that. This isn't stupidity, it's adaptation. In environments of scarcity, humans evolve to grab what's guaranteed now. But in modern America, that instinct becomes a trap. High-interest debt, predatory loans, and impulse relief purchases suddenly make emotional sense. And here's the twist. The wealthy rarely experience the kind of volatility that trains this bias. Think about investing advice. Just invest early and let compounding work. That's easy to say when your rent is predictable and your emergencies are inconveniences, not disasters. For low-income Americans, money isn't a tool for growth, it's a shield against chaos. And shields aren't meant to be thrown into the future. They're meant to block today's hit. If this hits close to home, tap the like button not for the algorithm, but to acknowledge this reality. Now let us talk about the cognitive bias the rich don. Admit, survivorship bias mixed with stability bias. Many wealthy Americans genuinely believe their success came from bold risk-taking. What they forget is the invisible safety net beneath them. Family help, connections, time to recover. When risks failed, they didn't fall into homelessness, they learned lessons. The poor don't get learning experiences, they get consequences. So they learn a different lesson. Don't gamble with survival. Here's where inequality deepens. Systems reward long-term thinking for 01ks, equity, education while punishing short-term needs. But short-term needs are louder when you're poor. Chronic stress literally shrinks cognitive bandwidth. Studies show financial stress can reduce problem-solving capacity equivalent to losing several IQ points. Imagine trying to plan a decade ahead while your brain is screaming about next week's groceries. That's not weakness, that's neurology, around the halfway point. Let me say this clearly. If you want more insights like this exposing the invisible psychology behind American money struggles, subscribe, not for motivation, for clarity. The cruel irony? Society praises delayed gratification while structurally denying stability. We tell people to think long-term in a system that constantly pulls them back into the present, and then we judge them for it. The wealthy, insulated from urgency, can afford patience. Patience then masquerades as virtue. But here's the quiet empowerment most people miss. Once you understand this bias, you can start designing around it. Not with willpower, but with structure, automation, friction, tiny buffers that slowly retrain how the future feels. Change doesn't start with trying harder. It starts with making tomorrow feel safer than today. So why do America's poor stay poor? Not because they don't dream, but because dreaming is expensive when stability is scarce. And why don't the rich admit this bias? Because acknowledging it threatens the comforting belief that success is purely earned. If this reframed how you see money, subscribe for more mind-bending truths on American money psychology, like this video if it sparked an aha moment, and comment your story. Let's build a community that outsmarts these traps together. In the next video, we'll expose how debt quietly trains your brain to obey the system designed to profit from you.